I'll be right with you guys. I just need to grab some water. And yeah. Update this to 11:35, but yeah. Meh. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Today, it's going to be another one of those top-down streams. And we're going to be working with our OP-1 again today. Getting some more samples from it. And, oh, also dealing with this cable. So, hold on, there's got to be a better way. I have so many cables going all different directions. You can't see it though because I have the camera right here. So it's just this one getting in the way. Okay, okay. There we go. Right. So, I'm going to be using primarily this, the push. This might be a little too close. I could back it up a little bit. That's fine. Raise it up a little bit, I should say. It's also off. Let me turn it on. So this is a MIDI controller. If you're a BVMP student, you may recall that we have one of these actually in the studio. It's not this particular model; it's the older model. It's the Push 1. This is the Push 2. Let me see if I can get an even better angle. Yeah, one sec. And also we're going to be doing it in combination with Ableton today. So we're going to be sampling directly into Ableton. Also, I fixed the latency issue with playing the OP-1, so I can play it in time now and not have to constantly restart Ableton. It came down to actually the buffer size, the I/O buffer size. It has to be low. I'll get into what that means in a little bit, but I'm just moving my camera stand around, so just give me a minute here. The issue is the camera stands on the left side of my desk, and the computer's on the right side, and the webcam cable is stretching all the way across. So that's not exactly ideal. So I'm trying to figure another way out. But the thing is, it can only be this way. I could always screw into the other side. Okay. Alright. I've gonna have to undo it here. And rotate it. Yep. Professional streamer, by the way. Say that every time. It's always something. Thought everything was good, everything was working, then I realized that there's a cable stretching across my entire setup, and that's not gonna look too good, is it? No, so I figured I ought to do something about it. But that involves a bit of rearranging here, so just give me. Oh. All right. Okay, let's see. How does this look? Alright. Could be a little better, but this is about where we want it. Yeah, I've still got that cable going there. That's what we were trying to deal with. Well, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I could. I guess I'm gonna have to fasten it here. Okay. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Sorry about this, guys. was going to say I think I found the solution, but we are not quite there. I just need to restart it, and I think I've got it now in the spot where it's decent, where you can actually see the whole thing. But let's find out. Oh, that's the wrong source. That's fine, we still don't have a view. It's all good. Okay. I think that's good. And I can move it around like so. Yes, very nice. Okay. Yeah. We're pretty much there. Let me just move a couple of things, because now we have a wider camera shot. It's got to look the part. All right. Okay. Let's see here. So I can adjust it out. And there we have it. There is the push in much better shot. I have a MIDI keyboard over there as well. I can get this nice and centered. We have it. So we're going to be using a lot of this today, and we're going to be using, let me see if I can maybe get it so that they're both in the shot here, or at least, if only I had two cameras, then I could switch between here and this thing, but we're sort of limited in that regard. But you can just do that, I suppose. That also works. I mean, we're going to be starting over here today, so that's what we're going to, I guess we'll settle on that. And I'd almost like to create a sort of separate view here where I have the DAW available. Well, maybe I suppose I could just expand one of these views. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, it's cropping it a little bit, but just a matter of moving the stuff on the desk to accommodate. So, what are we trying to do now? We are trying to come up with OP-1 sounds that will match certain elements in each of the groups we have going on in our house project. Yesterday we focused on the bass, and we recorded in something of some semblance of noise that we can maybe chop up and use for bass, but it was mostly just experimentation yesterday. But I want it to be more focused today and sort of like on target, right? Instead of just like randomly sampling things and trying to discover stuff, which is great when you're starting out a new project. You're starting a new song and you don't really know where to start. Something like sampling the radio might be really useful there, or really inspiring there. Like, for example, yesterday we came up with, excuse the noise, by the way, there's going to be a little bit of background noise that's coming from the OP-1. I'm not sure if it's the cable or the device itself, but I can go ahead and just throw on a quick gate to sort of combat that. For some reason I can't. I'll just double click. There we go. And that will well, no, I didn't want to put every single what in the world? I don't know how that happened. I must have had other ones selected. That's weird. Delete, I guess. Strange. But we have a gate now. I don't know if the view permits, but we have a gate to filter out some of the noise. If we look closely at the, you can see that the noise is down here. There's just kind of like a constant noise. So we want to set our threshold just above that. So we're hearing it. And there we go. So now, the noise is only going to come through when I play a note on the OP-1, because that is going to trigger the gate, which will open and let the sound through. I'm also going to turn down the tack. And I was just showing off now I'm not sure how well you can hear it. I think I need to compress it a little bit more and bring it up. And maybe put the gate beforehand. I had sampled a radio station yesterday and got some like slices. So let me show you on this view. I'll bring it up to. Maybe I can get it close. Yeah, cool. So yesterday we came up with this sort of
Here's this for a young.
And it starts talking at the end, but I mostly got the orchestral passage there, and now we have something. That we could possibly use, but it's highly doubtful I'm going to use this. But what do we want to come up with? Like, let's focus more on the project itself. So we want to add something that will contribute to our harmony group. Now the camera's in the screen. Okay, I'll bring it up a little bit. Like looking around it and stuff. Okay, there we go. So we want to add that will fit with our chords. I don't think I'm going to use those. So I'm going to add. Well, let's see. Well, let's look at the presets. We're on the synthesizer mode. We're using Dr. Wave. So let's see what we have for Dr. Wave. Flex on this thing. Of course, now I've got to learn how to play these chords. could always just record in one of the notes. But it delays a little bit. Ooh, that's... Oh, you know what it is? I think it's the noise gate's actually cutting it. Ah, it's not the patch. It's the actual gate. So maybe I'll turn that off for now. And it has a long release. Alright, so what are the chords? They are... It's a minor 9. I think it's that afterwards? Yeah. Okay. Just rehearsing a little bit, don't mind me. I might adjust the patch too. Just controlling this. Oh, I see. It's controlling the... Okay, let's make it control. So be... Okay, I'm gonna mess it up, but we'll try it. Okay, so... Yep, I did. I changed the patch. No! But I got this much. Okay, yeah. I gotta try that one again. Let's just make sure we go back to that. Not close though. Okay, let's do that. And let's start recording. Whoops. Okay. Also, this was soloed. Whoops. Figure out the next part, but I'm thinking I can just get the first part, and then I can, you know, I can do it in segments. I don't have to get it all at once. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I got that last chord a little bit wrong. Okay, one more try, I'll do it. Okay, great. Well, first of all, I want to just quantize these two on beat. This is not a marker. That can be deleted. This. And we're just going to adjust these all to be on beat and adjust the timing of it. Can I just quantize these all? Maybe? Oh, there we go. Well, whoa, that's not what I intended to do. So maybe make it half bar fixed grid. There we go. Oh man, what in the... Okay, maybe not fixed grid. But let's just quantize it, shall we? Will you? There we go. That did it. Yeah. Nice, easy. So that's one option. Let's look at some other ways we go. Oh, well, we gotta get the next part too. We might as well. And that one I'm gonna have to record on its own because it's actually out of the range of this keyboard. You know, it just occurred to me I could have used an arpeggiator to record this in using the finger pattern. So if I were to go to the arpeggiator in the melodic mode, in the synth mode, and go to finger, you'll notice the icon is a little bit different. So now it's like two guys playing keyboard. And I can actually, the cool thing about this arpeggiator is it's capable of recording chords at a time. So, for example, I could do something like this. Let's make the pattern longer. So if I hold, what was it again? To increase the length of the pattern. Yeah, it was the white knob. Okay, so if I were to do, then let's go to the beginning. These are the 16th notes, so that's right. I need to hold shift while I'm doing it. So here, hold shift, and then play a note. And then you'll notice I played a whole bunch of notes, and it only made one X. But if I press that down, it plays multiple notes. And it didn't actually do them all, so I got to try that again. Maybe I just have to hold them all down. And there we go. So, oh, it still only did 2. I guess it has a limit. Alright, then I'll just record it myself. Never mind that, then. Where's my keys? What happened? What happened here? Oh, it's an arpeggiator. Duh. And the next chord is... What is that even? Yeah, see, of course, this one's not in range. What if I transposed it up? What would it sound like? What would the chord sound like? Quit this one. That's not too bad. So, in that case, it would sound something like... Oh, that's not bad. It's not handling it too well, the patch. What did I do? Let's just go ahead and do this. 2, 3. I just wanted those 2 notes because I have to shift up an octave to play them. And then I can do this. Messed up. It's gonna start out like that. And I can just repeat 2 chords from before. And there we go. Now I can stitch these 3 together and pretend I did it perfectly the first time. Alright, so let's see. 33 audio. I'm going to do that later. But, well, actually, no. We'll do it right now because I want to hear it all in context. Okay. This clip, and this clip. And we can go ahead and mute the input. So I'm going to slice this here. Slice this one here. No. Slice. And then just put this here, and then right there I need to put this part again. And then consolidate all of them. And then quantize the whole thing. delete these markers that aren't really notes. Yeah, there we go. So then I could take that whole thing back here and delete all these. And then we'll play it all together. The only thing that bothers me is the noise, of course. But I can turn the gate on for that. I'm going to make it a loop so that it repeats itself, like so. At the same time. All right, let's mess with the patch then a little. What I'm going to do is change the method of modulation here. I'll do crank because I have the crank on there right now, and you can see this is kind of like a specialized mode for this attachment. I can slowly spin down, right? Change the amount here, and then change the destination. I'm gonna make it effects, and then change the effect to something like whoa. It doesn't let the frequency go below that level. Let's control something more meaningful, maybe the... Well, I'll do this. I can only see that being useful for maybe something that's non-melodic. Let's do some modifications to this patch then. Oh, it's going below the gate. This thing needs to be given some serious weight. Drastically change. What if I did the destination as the oscillator and I made it control whatever. The white button. If I made it control this. Sometimes this key doesn't work, like today. Wow, it's like barely a... I'm not sure how this one works, but That's easy. See if I can swing it here. Yeah. Cool. Let's make it type 2. This was playing long enough to where it triggered one of the sidechain trigger tracks that I had brought in from a previous project. I can delete those clips. Okay. And we can also loop one of the beginning sections, and I could always introduce that sidechain if I wanted to by just dragging in or playing one of the sidechain source tracks, right? And it'll play the OP-1 as well. Actually, turn on hold. Okay. Let's turn off monitor. And of course it's not sidechained anymore. Oh geez. Okay. Let's put it back. And let's also copy it. But don't monitor here. And only keep this clip. And don't keep it here. Ah, the noise, man. Okay, what else can we do? Alright, let's look for another preset then. Yeah, this one can be replaced. sure there's some pretty good ones, pretty good fragments of melody in there. I'm liking this so far, but maybe we can have something else to supplement it. So if we had maybe... Not that. These are like all DNA synth. Okay, let's switch this up some. Digital, maybe? That's cool. I'm gonna make a duplicate track of this and use the audio that was there and try to record something else on top of it. Just bypass the whole tape section of this OP-1 entirely. So... I ended up on another patch, but hey, we have two separate clips from it, so that worked out. So that could go down here, perhaps, and I could take like the latter half of that as like, okay, this is the new patch. Then on, and then this could just be the first portion of it, or maybe like the first 8 bars. Alright, let's see what else here. notes. Like that, right? So 2, 3, 4. I'll do fifths. I'll also make the arpeggiator hold, so it'll be a little easier to play in time. Adjusting the echo with this. OP-1 samples to do it. So let's go in a new MIDI clip, and we will add a drum rack. A blank one. It will use the OP-1 to come up with the samples. Mine table. There we go. Okay. So, going to go to our drum sampler, and we're going to pick a nice kit from what we have here. Okay, right now, this kit is going through several effects. I don't want it to go. harmony. Where is it? Okay, this one. Monitor off. Monitor auto. This needs to be there needs to be an audio track here. There we go. Of course, it's immensely quiet, so let's compress, bring it up. Again, we have to put it through the same processing. This and this. Okay, what about the drum sampler, or the drums designer? This thing. Because these are definitely some unique samples, right? Let's choose another preset of it. Make something out of this. So what we're gonna do is sort of just play through every clip, or play through every sound. And throw it through an effect. Then with the effect, right? Alright. Record. Don't record. And let's go. Alright, cool. Now we have a kit to slice up and put into a drum rack. So all I gotta do is go here, drag this here, and there we have it. Now we'll go back over to the push and start to work on this kit. And I'll show you more of the slicing process here now that I've got a nice camera angle on it. Okay, okay, it's pulling it again. Whoa. Whoa there. Whoa there. My cable doesn't reach far enough. To get this to work. Okay. 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 I think we can, excuse me. I think we can focus on it now. Beautiful. Almost. Ugh. Man, if you saw what it looked like behind the camera. It is a squeeze to get this thing to work, but here we are. You can see most of the important features. Yes, everything looks good. Awesome. Okay, so we have our sample down here, the only lit up pad. It might be hard to see which ones are the lit up ones and which ones are technically not. It's hard to tell. Let me switch the view. Perhaps also want to bring this forward a bit. Man. So angle. Brought up some. I'm gonna get this perfect so that next stream I can just turn it on. Okay, that should be good enough. Oh, did I lose something? No. Okay, so you must see it. Down here, if I switch the layout to this, down here you can see a lit up pad. I'm going to change the color so it's a little bit better for the stream sake. I'm going to get red. Okay, so now you can see down here we have a red, maybe even green. It's bright neon green. Nope, that doesn't show up. Red worked well. Okay, so down here we have one of the clips, and if we play it, it's going to very, very quietly play through all of the samples. Let's normalize this sample. Still very quiet. Wow. It's probably because I didn't play it at full velocity. But yeah, it's gonna play through each one of those when I play this note. So to resolve that, what I do is click on Simpler, and now you can see a display of the waveform on this monitor here. I'm gonna just adjust the endpoint back with this knob here. Zoom in so I can make sure that I'm exactly what I want. And then I can just fine tune it. And there we have just the kick. And then what I will do is take this thing. And so I'm going in my now in the DAW. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to do it fully from the push here. So I'll just take this patch and I will select this and say duplicate. That duplicated this scene. Whoops. Give a way to. Okay, so I'll just have to do it through Ableton. So I'm just going to option drag this clip. I'm going to copy it and then paste it in a couple more. Oops. In a couple more slots. Why is it not letting me paste? Anyway, there we go. I'll just drag them in. You ought to see what I'm doing here. So in Ableton, I'm just dragging that clip over to a couple more slots. I'm going to drag it to the full length, or not the full length, but you know, the to cover all of the slots, or all 16 of these slots here. Oh, I just copied it over itself. Wish there was a more convenient way to do this. But there is not. Okay, perfect. Now I have 16 unique slices, and we're going to... Well, they're not exactly unique yet. But we're going to go through and edit each one. Make it fully... Wow. The camera angle changes a lot when I just have it on the camera. I ought to zoom out then. Well, now it's a little bit easier to see the whole thing. Cool. So I can even zoom in a bit. I want to, because I'm gonna have to switch back to the view. Anyway, go through here and endpoint so that it's over the next sample, and then bring that forward. I'm going to try and get the shortest possible clip here, just to avoid too much noise. I think I might do some processing on all these samples to try and mitigate the noise as well, because all of these have this background noise that is consistent throughout, and there are plugins that exist to well, first of all, gate out the noise, like just get rid of the noise that's in the silent parts, but it's still going to be mixed in with the sample, so it's going to be like affecting it. There's plugins that will go in and process the sample so that it gets rid of the noise. And we're going to be doing some of that soon. Let's just get some more of these samples here. Another thing I want to do is make sure that I put all of these in a choke group. So the way I do that is I switch to this different tab, and it says choke here. So I'll just turn this to 1. So then anything else in choke group 1 will cut the other sample off. It's hard to demonstrate with these ones because they're so quick. Let's get the other samples in place. So zoom out. I want the 4th one, just sample start and end, to be over the 4th one. Add a fade out at the end. I'm noticing on my DAW I am clipping, so I'm going to turn this down. Might boost that too. We could slice this. We could make this sample into its own file right here, because the whole. I can't really do it right now. I can't really bring up the volume right now because the sample itself is already normalized. The whole sample, like if I zoom out, this entire sample, you'll see that the peaks already reach the top bounds here, so they're already at 0 dB. If I wanted to bring this particular slice up, I'm going to have to make a new sample that's just this one, and then normalize that one so that one's at 0 dB. So I think I'm going to do that here. So I will say crop sample, and now we have just this, and I can normalize. Didn't really do much, but okay, that one's cool too. We can reorganize these hits and samples after we're done slicing them, so that I can sort of make sense of them and actually like play them, categorize them as like hi-hats or kick drums or snares or whatnot. Then I can make an actual coherent beat out of them. Here's like an open hi-hat sound. Okay, we've still got a couple more. So I've set it up so that the push shows up to 64 samples at a time, but I have to shift my view up in the DAW. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing in the DAW now. I have to kind of create a copy of these 16, or at least the last one of the 16, and then copy that another set of times, another few times here. I like to just copy this and paste. Oh no. How did that happen? Well, that's fine. Alright, I'll just copy. I'll tell you what. I think what I'll do is I'll do one slice, then I'll copy that finished slice over to the next slot, and then go from there. And that way I don't have to start from the beginning every time. Getting a drink of water. So this is the last one on the previous page, and I'll shift back down here so I can see the last 16. There was a way to do it. I'll have to remind myself of how I can copy clips onto new tracks or new slots from the push here, but there is a way to do it. Well, that is a feature I did not know about. The best on stream. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, it's the individual clip. Oh. So I could categorize these by color. I didn't. I just found out a new thing. I just learned something about this. Man, it's been so long since I learned something about this. Wow. Okay. Apparently I can make these different colors, but that's fine. I'll leave it how it is. Alright. Back to slicing samples. Out a bit. Cool. Just kind of adjust both at once. Then I will take that one. It's gonna shift on the push because I shifted in Ableton. Actually, I could probably just I could just move like this, and then that will shift the view of the drum rack in Ableton to look like this now, as opposed to this, and that will give me room to copy this sample over. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that 4 times. Then we come back over to push here. And we just shift forward both of these start and stop times. Here, zoom out. This one and there you go. And let's. I'm not even sure how many I have left. I think I have just a few more left of this kit, and then I have like affected versions. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, or whether I'm going to take those or not. Or I could like replace some that aren't too good with maybe the affected versions of other samples or other hits. And the great thing is I can retune any of these on the fly now. Like, that. That could be useful for cases like this, where mobile. You can also adjust things like randomization. So if you turn on an LFO, you can make it adjust the let's see, the volume LFO. Let's make it adjust the pitch. I'm gonna have to do it from. So I don't want it to re-trigger. You can do stuff like that. You can hear the slight change in pitch. It'll help differentiate. see these other ones are consistent pitch, but this one is changing on an LFO. I intend to do that to all of them. But let's keep searching, or let's keep getting all of our samples. Still got a few more. 4 more to be precise. Because there's 12 notes. Scale. Makes sense. And last one here. I'm going to isolate this sample and give it some more gain. They're all in the choke group, right? No, they're not. Oops. I could do that from all at once. Alright, now they'll cut each other off. All these last ones are the same. But I might find a couple in the affected kit which are good. So like I have this whole other half that I haven't used. This is all like the same kit, but I just threw on some effects and started messing with the parameters. So if I just go through and play some of them. There's a couple good ones. I'll take those 4. And now if I switch back down here, have them all laid out for me. Is tune all of these percussion samples to be A flat. This one particularly be tuned up. Sounds fine. That needs to be tuned down. That's fine. So I have 3 of the kick sample here. Oops. So here. Whoops, I forgot to do a couple. Let's pick let's just get rid of these then, shall we? Some of the ones down from the top here. Okay. Let's put some processing on it, like a EQ to get rid of the low end. And I'm going to do it through the push this time. So EQ, I'm going to bring up the low cut. Get rid of all of this stuff down here. Don't want any of that. Because we have a kick drum over on this channel. We have a kick drum already. We don't need low energy here. So I'm throwing an EQ on, and also I'm going to throw a compressor after everything. So compressor. Let's see. I'm gonna do a preset called Mix Gel. Not that it really matters what preset I use. It's like way too loud. You know what? It's fine if it's going into red, actually. As long as it sounds good. Oh, right. that might work. 2, 3, quantize these. Swing. I'll just have to commit the groove. Stuff on screen then I'll try it again. I'm gonna do like layer by layer. Then, on top of that, I will record this. 3, 4. That even record to? It didn't. Oh, that's fine. Alright, then I'll do a duplicate and monitor off. Switch. What other samples do we have here? And of course, I could always just take that clip I just recorded in with all of these samples, like all of that. I could just take all of that and just slice it up in Ableton as I had done with the push over here. But I'm going to actually record it in from this keyboard this time. Okay, let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Nope. I don't think it was even recording. 2, 3. And I played the entirely wrong notes. Yay. Yeah, it's near the end, for sure. Oh man, look at all these warp markers. It's quantized to 1/8. It's 1/16 actually. Everywhere that clap happens, it thinks there's 2 notes, which is understandable. But I want to go through and correct that mistake. That one's a particular problem. That one I double the key played, or the note played twice for some reason, so I can edit that out later. But there you have it, a stream that consisted of the hardware and what's going on down here rather than up there, and using some external synthesizers plugged in to an audio interface, you can do some amazing things. And then this of course is not the, this is just scratching the surface of like available instruments there are out there to, you know, plug into your computer and record, especially synthesizers. Like there are so many synthesizers with their own built-in filters, effects, oscillators, samplers, and whatnot that you can use and sample in this way. You just record the audio into Ableton and then work with it from there. as audio purely, rather, you know. This is a special case because it's got its own like built-in tape machine. I could just record it on fully on this. This is meant to be a sort of portable workstation in a way, where you kind of have your tracks. You have the ability to cut, split, edit, and all the above. You have drum machines, samplers, radio sampling, exporting, saving, whatnot. You've got all of it in this little package, but there are, you know, of course, dedicated machines dedicated to just making sound, and I was kind of using it in that way today, just to get sounds out of it and then into there. But I could just work fully on this if I wanted to. And there's many devices out there to explore like that, and in the synths world, and I suggest that you go and look for yourself for interesting sounds that you can, or interesting instruments that you can sample for your own projects. Also, today I managed to get this to work, so I have a plan for tomorrow's stream. I have here a portable microphone, or a portable stereo microphone. Here's the left channel, here's the right channel, and I could just stick this at things anywhere and record stuff. So I can go around, and what I'm going to do, tomorrow is going to be a special stream. We're going to go around and we're going to sample sort of household like objects, items, and we're going to come up with some samples, slice them in Ableton as we did, but our source material is going to be stuff from this, and I'm going to be showing you guys the process of, you know, sampling stuff like that. So check in tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be different, that's for sure. And it might take me a little bit longer to set up, because I've got to figure out the logistics of streaming from my phone, because that's the way I'm going to have to do it. It's not going to be fancy graphics or anything, but we'll probably end up doing it in multiple segments, where we do a stream that's entirely just sampling the stuff, and then the second half of the stream will be bringing it into here, starting up all this, and, you know, going from there and getting samples out. I hope you decide to check in and check that out. And for anyone who's watching afterwards, yep, tomorrow at 11:30 we will be continuing this grind, and we'll be doing some interesting stuff, sampling some household objects. Be ready. So switch here. Friday, 11:30 a.m. That's wrong. It's always wrong, because I forget to update the text before I start the stream, because I'm a professional. But yep, that's the time tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. We'll be here. We'll be making music, and we'll be making noise and sampling that noise and making more noise with it. It's gonna be great. And hopefully informative and perhaps give you a different way of looking at music creation. You know, rather than just sitting down with sheet music and chords and parts and whatnot. You can look at the music creation process as more of manipulating sound, already existing sounds. So yeah, join me tomorrow for some of that, and we'll be affecting those samples as well, and we're trying to do some creative things with them. Okay, so check out that tomorrow.